Hey guys, welcome back to the Design the Life You Love with Lynz podcast. I'm so happy you're here. This is the podcast where we talk about intentionally living your life, following your intuition, your whisper, your guidance, and living a life that truly lights you up. I'm so happy you are here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And hey, if you are here and you like these topics, if you want to be a part of the conversation, if you want to learn more about the things that I have incorporated into my life to help me design the life that I love and to love myself more every day, my membership might be the place for you. And as a reward for listening and following along, I have a special code listed in the show notes for you. Our next call is Friday, May 15th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on Zoom, and I'd love to have you there. Let's dive in. Hello, my loves. So we just had our Sacred Rage reset last Friday. Today is Wednesday, and I want to just give you a little recap on what has happened for me in less than a week as a result of this Sacred Rage reset. Let's see. Thursday of last week, I was in the thick of my shit. Frustrated, living in my own limitations, feeling like I was so limited, feeling like life is happening to me. And against the voices in my head, against my better judgment, I answered the phone, or maybe I called Ben when I finally decided to go for a walk. And I should have went for the walk first before I talked to him. Given myself a minute to reset, a minute to calm down, a minute to take a fucking look around at all the blessings that I have and breathe. But I didn't. And as we know, everything happens for a reason, right? I lost my shit on him. I lost my shit. We always lose our shit on the people that we love the most, right? And he's such an interesting... He's the yin to my yang. Like, the way he holds space for me is so true and such a good representation of masculine energy. Like, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, the masculine is designed to support, hold space, protect, create a safe environment for her, divine feminine, to thrive, to be creative, to create. Like, literally, we create life, right? Thinking of the masculine as kind of the container to allow the space for her to thrive, for her to create, for her to embody, for her to integrate, for her to just blossom. And Ben was very, of course he was upset with me, but he was very level and grounded and calm and said what he needed to say. And then he said, "I love you. Goodbye, dear." And it was everything that I needed. Because it stopped me in my tracks. It made me fucking check myself. It made me ask myself better questions. I don't remember who said this, but the quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions that you ask yourself. Now, for example, why does this happen to me? That is not a good, high-quality question. That is a question that someone who is living in victim mentality asks themselves. high quality question, or one of the questions that I asked myself is, how am I contributing to my problem? What's the one thing that would make everything else easier? And for me, it takes more than just thinking about this. After that phone call, after he said what he said, I took a walk. Like I said, I was on my way for a walk. And about halfway through, I just broke down and bawled. And that is just a way of moving emotion. That is a way of feeling your feelings. That is part of the process, and it is not something to skip. We've been taught to hold our emotions back. Don't be crying at work. This isn't the right time to be upset. Well, go to your car and bawl. Go to your car and scream. Go outside. Go for a walk. Do whatever it is that you need to do so that you can move it, so that you can feel it, so that it doesn't turn into something worse, fester and bubble up. And I like to say it's like planting the wrong seed, right? If we are not allowing that feeling to be felt, it's like we're pushing it down into the soil and adding fertilizer, and it's not even something we want to grow. So after my walk, I came in and I journaled. Journaling is, as you've heard from me a million times, is the thing that helps me move through anything that I am stuck on. Helps me answer the questions that I'm seeking. We think that there's answers in everything else, and really they're just inside. But to access them, journaling is one of the best ways to do that. And you can write a letter to yourself. Sounds kind of dumb, sounds kind of crazy, but for example, you can say, Lindsay, what do you need to know right now? Or dear Lindsay, and just see what comes out. You're trying so hard. I see you. It's okay. You don't have to do everything on your own, whatever it might be that comes out. Trust that that's the message that you are seeking, that you need to hear. That's from your higher self. That's from God. That's from the universe, your guardian angels, whatever. It's all the same thing. We are all one. We are all love at our essence. We are all love, pure love. So, asking myself, what's the one thing that would make everything else easier? As you guys know, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've been a stay-at-home mom this whole time. Elsie's 17 months old. And that was something that I really wanted to be able to do. I didn't get to do that before with my older kids. And I don't have the grandmas that I did when I had Emma and Chase. So my mom comes once a week for 4 to 5 hours a week, and it's like so incredibly helpful. But if I'm being really honest with myself, it's not enough. And I was beating myself up, like, why can't I make this work? Well, Elsie's very busy. She's a toddler. It's not like you can put her in a swing and get your work done like she was when she was younger. But I've been really trying way too hard to make it work. And one of the other questions that I come back to is, what would you tell your best friend in this situation? How would you want your best friend to feel? What would you want for your best friend? We don't treat ourselves as good as we do our best friends. So asking this question gives you a whole new lens, gives you a whole new, fresh perspective, and can often reveal where you are keeping yourself stuck, where you are the problem, where you are the creator of your life. So anyway, that all led to me deciding that I needed more help with Elsie. 1 or 2 days a week is really all I want. I still want a slow life. I still want to create a business that allows me to help people, to help women especially tap into their power, their inner wisdom, all the things that I have created for myself. That is a priority of mine. That is a dream of mine, to continue doing what I'm doing, but on a bigger scale. And really, how can I do that if I don't have any time already? I'm not creating the container for myself. I'm not allowing or creating space to hold anymore. We need to expand our capacity to receive what we're calling in, or it's not coming. If you can't handle what you have right now, whether that be money, time, clients, work, if you can't handle what you have now, you are essentially blocking any more from coming in, right? So we have to make space. And this is my way of making space, not only for me to be able to work more, but for me to be able to be myself more. So I put a post on Facebook and said, if anybody knows of anybody that would be able to watch Miss Elsie 1 or 2 days a week, let me know. And I think it was within less than an hour, I got a text from someone, and I cried, bawled happy tears, because this person, oh God, I hope I'm right. I think I'm right. It feels so right. Feels like a dream. Feels like the most aligned person that I could even think of. And I had no idea she'd be interested. So, since then, later that day, we had been planning, my mom and I and Emma, to go wedding dress shopping. And really this was just an excuse to go bumming around and have girl time and look for mother of the bride and bridesmaid dresses. So I asked my Aunt Jody to come babysit Miss Elsie, which she's never done before. Like, you guys, hardly anybody has babysat her. My mom, well, that's it, my mom. So it's a way of me choosing myself. It's a way of me making time for the other parts of my life that are important. Elsie's important, but she's not the only part that's important. I also have a relationship with my mom that's important to me. I have a relationship with my daughter, Emma, that's important to me. I have a relationship with myself that's important to me. And if I'm not showing up for myself, who else is going to show up for me? The universe isn't going to show up for me. My loved ones aren't going to show up for me. You see what I mean? So I asked Jody if she would watch Emma, and she said, of course. Or Elsie, and she said, of course. And just everything just started to shift. Like, I just instantly felt 1,000,000 pounds lighter, more optimistic, just, I don't know, better. Choosing myself, deciding to ask myself harder questions. So that was Thursday. Friday was our Sacred Rage reset. That's a whole thing. That turned out so much better than we could have planned, per usual. We always plan way more than we have time for. And it went over by like almost 2 hours. Also normal. But it was so good. And it was everything Jenna and I needed as well. Like, even the preparation up to Sacred Rage, all of that created the perfect mix, like the ingredients for what happened on Thursday. Me choosing myself, me asking myself better questions. And we were able to move. We were able to hold space for others. We were able to be present. Like, the only problem that there really truly is, maybe I'm wrong, but is thinking that there's a problem. And oftentimes when I find myself thinking that something is a problem, it's because I'm trying to do something while I'm doing something else. Like, no presence with whatever it is that you're doing. Like, even this morning, talking on the phone to Jenna while Elsie's playing in the living room. She wants my attention. And I want to give her my attention. Like, put the phone down. Be present with what is. Be present with who you're in front of, with what you're doing, with where you are. The world has been designed to distract us, to pull us out of presence. Tablets, TVs, emails, all the noise. The noise of the news, the noise of politics, the noise of war, the noise of just fuckery. We can actually choose to turn it off. And that's what's so beautiful about Sacred Rage is that is a physical event, an opportunity to literally tune out the noise. Boiling it down, that's what that is. So now Sacred Rage is done. It was amazing. It was each event that I've ever done gets better and better every time, and we learn so much each time, and we level up each time, and our people are leveling up. It's just so good. Saturday we go do our wedding dress shopping, right? So Jody shows up and she's like, so where are you going? I'm like, I don't know, Eau Claire, Chippewa, somewhere. She's like, you don't have an appointment? I'm like, oh yeah, somebody did tell me to do that. Totally forgot. And she's all worried, like, oh my gosh, you need an appointment. I'm like, well, it'll be fine. Worst case scenario, we'll go garage sailing. No big deal. On our way there, we Google one of the places that we're going to go to and the hours, and it's got a thing on their website where you can make a reservation, but it wants a credit card, and we weren't sure if we were going to get there right away or on time. So I'm like, whatever, if they kick us out, no big deal. We get there. The girl is super sweet. She's showing us around. I have no intentions of buying a dress. This is all about spending time with my mom and Emma and looking for their dresses. And I guess the other thing that I wanted to do was to try on a couple different styles, and then I'm going to buy it on Amazon, right? Because my budget's like $100. Well, girl comes around the corner, and like we had pulled out a couple dresses, but she comes around the corner and I'm like, yep. We go in and try them on, and the yep dress is the first one that I wanted to try on. And it was a hell yes. It was all over after that. I tried on the rest just to like satisfy the wonder, but I just fell more in love with it as I had it on, and I tried it back on again. And Mom and Emma were having so much fun, and it was such a vibe, and we were laughing and making these great memories. And then I buy the dress, and we leave, and we're laughing, and we go to my favorite pizza place, and Emma gets her coffee. And at my favorite pizza place, they have my favorite wine. The only wine that they have by the glass is my favorite flavor. And then he brings out cheesecake, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like the best day. And I feel like I should buy a lottery ticket. And my mom's like, let's go get some scratch offs or some pull tabs. So pretty soon we've got a pile of pull tabs on the table. We're trying to like pay for the wedding dress with the pull tabs. And it was just so fucking good. And I believe that it all started with me choosing myself. So Ask yourself better questions. Ask yourself, what's the one thing that would make everything else easier? And then go do it. Maybe this daycare isn't going to work out, or babysitter isn't going to work out. Whatever. I'm so unattached, just like I was with the wedding dress shopping. But it was a moment where I was present with me and what I need. If you can hear snoring, that's Lewis. He's sleeping on the couch. And that decision to choose myself shifted everything. If you have questions about this, if you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Schedule a call with me and we can go into it more, because if it's resonating with you, maybe it's something you need for yourself too. Things resonate because it's a truth. You feel the truth. It's an energetic communication. We're communicating more through our energy than our words. Okay? I love you. This bird is up, so I gotta go. Have the best day. Okay, my loves. Thank you for listening all the way to the end. Don't forget to see the show notes for that link and the code to join the membership. And I hope to see you on Friday. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please share it with someone and subscribe, leave me a rating, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next week.